I agree with the notion of compassion to all living things. We are all connected. Our actions matter. Karma is a cycle of cause and effect. Virtuous actions create happiness, and non-virtuous actions create suffering. The forces of good and evil are prevalent in our daily lives, yet angels are immortal, benevolent beings traveling from the heavens to earth, protecting humanity. Perhaps the conversations of angels with humans throughout history suggest existence. Those prophets and saints, speaking of divine visions, delivered messages of hope. Truly, with hope, we can endure most anything we encounter. On our show, we have guests and topics related to dreams, ethereal beings, myths, visualizations, Bigfoot, aliens, Sasquatch, psychics. On today's show, we have a spectacular guest. He's a psychic medium, and his name is Michael Edley, and he will be with us very soon. But before he joins us, and he's going to have two callers. Two callers are going to call in, and he's going to give readings. Before that, I really would like to do a relaxation visualization. We will create vivid images in our mind's eye, bringing positive emotions such as joy, happiness, and hope. Blessings. Our intention today is to clear away negative thoughts with a ball of glowing light. Let's realize connecting your mind, body, spirit to divine light will shed darkness in yourself and unblock your truest potential and passions. Your ball of glowing light purpose and passions visualization begins now. Please find a comfortable position, sit or lay down. Let's begin to relax. Your mind, your body. Let's breathe out old energy. Let's deeply breathe 3 times together. I'd like you to scan your body for stress. Let's scan our bodies from the top of our head, the crown chakra, to the tip of our toes for any tension. Now, our intention today is to release the negative emotions preventing us from our own personal happiness. If you're relaxed, I'd like you to imagine that there's a ball of glowing light in the distance. The ball of light is bold, powerful, and energetic. As the ball of light travels to you, you let go of all past nuances in your life and begin to depart your system. You sense it is a positive, necessary experience to grow and achieve your goals. As the ball of light comes towards you, it's going to cover your entire being, and it will protect you. You will feel safe and warm and secure. The light is glowing. No one may harm you. It will reach beyond your head and below your feet. Now its power slowly diminishes old thoughts and past mindsets. It remains surrounding your body, filling your bones, flesh, and organs. I'd like you to give it permission to fill your cells with positive light and energy. I'd like you to breathe out any pain, anger, sadness, or fear you're holding on to. If you need to speak of the negativity if necessary, let it out. There is room now for more love. Your heart grows bigger, a new awareness of calm. Let's surrender this new feeling and bring positivity into your life. I will count backwards to 3. 3, 2, 1, and open your eyes. Thank you so much for going through that with me because I needed it today. I was so worried about the technology. Okay, so I'm so excited. So this morning we have Michael Edley, and he's a renowned medium from New Jersey. He's been a psychic medium since the age of 3. He has Romani Gypsy heritage. His gifts have helped him guide himself and others through life. He's opened the New Jersey Spiritual Center. He hosts workshops, classes, and groups events. Let's welcome Michael to the show.
Mary.
There you are. How are you?
I am good. I'm good. Here at this brisk morning at the Jersey Shore, a little sunrise in the background. It's a great time to be here.
Oh, yeah. So is it warm there today? Because right here, I think it's 30 degrees out. I know the Jersey Shore tends to have different weather than we do. What's it like down there?
No, I think we're all experiencing this cold chill right now. I think they have flurries in the forecast for 8 a.m.
Oh, I know, that's right. I heard snowflakes possibly. That's what happens on the East Coast. I love seasons though. So I'm so happy. I've met you, back 2015 at a healing fair in New York City.
Yes.
And you spoke to me about spirits because I told you spirits were waking me up and keeping me awake every night for months. And I said, I don't know what, I can't deal with this. I don't want it. And then you said, just accept it and it will be okay. Like, just let them try to communicate with you. So that's my experience with it. You have a whole different experience. You, at the age of 3, tell us about that. What happened there?
Yeah, from a very young age, I started seeing spirit. My family moved into an old house, and this is in central New Jersey, and we had one of those old basements that was still partial dirt, and I don't remember all the exact details, but I would go down there just exploring, our yard, our house, and I would start seeing these old men that looked like they had worked on a railroad, in that gear. Some of them had tools, and I actually started talking to some of them, and for a point, I didn't realize that they were there in spirit. I'm seeing these things. I didn't really know what it was. At a young age, I think you're still exploring. You're still open to many things, and that's the beauty of children and exploring this and being open to it, because we're much more attuned when we begin this journey as a young child, because we don't have all these preconceived notions. We don't have all these societal norms that we think we have to do, self-limiting beliefs. So all these things aren't present in the child's mind. So I think it makes us more attuned to it. And I started speaking to them. I started seeing them. I had moments as a young kid where we would be in a family party and I would see other people around that no one else was seeing. So these were deceased aunts, uncles, cousins. Mm-hmm. And I would start bringing up their names, or, hey, so, Aunt Maria's around, and whoa, Aunt Marie, where did you hear that name? She hasn't been with us for 10 years. And I started describing these people. And the good thing, I think, with me, my family, they were very open to it. My father's side has a lot of the Romani Gypsy heritage. Mm-hmm. So it's not like they were all practicing mediums, but they were open to what was beyond this human body. Mm-hmm. No one told me I was crazy. They didn't stick me in a padded room, and they just let me roll with it. And it was a good thing, because I embraced it and I started developing, it more and more. I didn't realize to what extent at that point we can develop this, but I just naturally let it flow. Mm-hmm. And I started using it. I started having this understanding. I would meet someone and I would know a lot about them before I even spoke to them. I would see things around them. I would see their aura. So different color patterns, different things, prisms and stuff around them. And, it just opened up a whole new world of possibilities. And I think that's so important with what's going on today, is that people can tune into this psychic ability, and they can use it to heal. They can use it to grow. They can use it to find answers that they might not find otherwise. And it really opens up a whole world of possibilities for us.
So do you this is a question that I have about for myself, but I wonder if everyone else is thinking this. When you speak to the spirits or you see them, they communicate back with you, and you hear them and see them. So then you talk to them and then they talk back.
Yeah. So just like I'm seeing you now, they don't always come to me in a physical form, but many times I do see them that way.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times they'll communicate, and it's an internal voice. So
Okay.
sometimes I'll actually hear them in
Mm-hmm.
their particular voice,
Mm-hmm.
or I'll hear a collective. So
Okay.
depending on what kind of information needs to come through, what kind of connection I have with the sitter, with spirit, depending on what the energy environment is, there are variables. Sometimes it will be images. I think spirit uses our experiences
Mm-hmm.
and our knowledge to try to give us information that we can convey as accurate as possible. But
Mm-hmm.
the one thing that I'm understanding more and more as we go along is we really have to bring through whatever information comes through. So sometimes the craziest
Mm-hmm.
information, I'm seeing a purple elephant with pink
Mm-hmm.
polka dots, and there were points early on that I wouldn't bring some of this information through. But what I started to understand is this information is sometimes the most bizarre, craziest thing, but
Mm-hmm.
that's the evidence. That's
Mm-hmm.
the information that there's no way I knew. And
Right.
and it shows the sitter that, there is life beyond death.
Mm-hmm.
Spirit presence is around us. Our deceased family members, they truly aren't deceased, and they want us to know that. And that's really part of it. And understanding that the information, depending on what your experiences are, they're
Mm-hmm.
going to come different ways. I
Mm-hmm.
I see them, I hear them, I get symbols. Sometimes they'll give me numbers, dates. So there's a whole kind of whole array of different things that can happen with this. But I think in general, it initially started coming to me. I would hear, a word. I would see a picture in my mind's eye. I would get numbers. And then as I started exploring it more and more, it came down to I was literally having full conversations with spirit. So
Wow.
it's very interesting, but it's really one of those things that initially I didn't understand. I thought whatever naturally occurs and whatever you're born with is what you have, and that's not the case. Just
Mm-hmm.
like an instrument or an art form, this can be developed.
Mm-hmm.
You can grow it. You can explore and learn new techniques, and really this is something that I think as a society, and I think as holistic fields and science, I think they're just starting to see the tip of the iceberg on this. And I think we're just starting to understand how to work with this energy and how beneficial it can be to anyone that chooses to use it. And not everyone wants to be a psychic medium,
Right.
and connect to their deceased loved
I
ones. But
don't.
regardless of that aspect of it, just tapping into these psychic abilities and understanding that there's so much more than we see in the physical can open up so much new possibilities for anyone. And it can really help you navigate troubled times. It can bring information into your consciousness that you would never find otherwise. And it really can have major positive effects on anyone's life.
Okay, so where do you know where they are? I mean, where are the spirits constantly around? Do they say that, do they stay around and then they travel somewhere else? I mean, do you know where they are? I mean, are they coming from, like, I want to say they're coming from heaven, or they're coming from another realm? Do you know where they reside? Are they sticking around that person? Like when you went down when you were a kid and you saw them in the basement, were they there and then just disappeared one day? Or did they hang out there forever?
No,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, well, what I found is you can call on them. It's almost like a volume knob. It's always
Okay.
present, but the more
Okay.
you learn to work with it and control it, you can almost turn it down like a volume knob on a stereo. You can turn it
Mm-hmm.
up when you need it, turn it down, but to some degree, there's always spirit around us. I think we
Okay.
call them into our energy field, and I think sometimes they'll be more present when we're going through, times of need, times of struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And like now, I feel like there is much spirit present just around the whole human race. I really think they're watching and interacting, and the more we can become aware of them,
Mm-hmm.
the more they'll try to tune into us and they'll try to connect. So it's really it's not just a one-way connection. I'm the conduit. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just the channel bringing the information through, but
Mm-hmm.
they're working just as hard on that end to try to bring the information through and connect. It's almost like learning a new language. That's the easiest way to explain it. And you have to start understanding these symbols, and we're raising our energy and they're basically lowering their energy, and we're trying to meet somewhere in the middle.
Okay, we have our caller.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
Hi, hold on. Okay, so here is someone who would like to receive a reading right now, and whatever you can, however this works. So let's see if you both can hear each other. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Alex.
Can you hear her?
I could a little. It broke up a little bit. Is it Alex?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you hear that better now?
Yes, yes, I can.
Okay. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Hi
if you
there.
could, hello, Alex. Can you just say your name again to me one time, just real slow? I want to try to connect in on your energy.
My name is Alex.
All right. Excellent. Excellent.
And you're Michael.
I am. Yes. Yes. The interesting thing, immediately. So what I want to do, I just want to call in spirit. I like starting off with a small blessing. So I'd like everyone to just quiet down, start to balance and center. I'd like to call in our guides, spirits, angelic presence to bring the highest and best into each and every day. We ask you give information that may uplift, bring positivity into our lives. We thank you for the blessings you give us. And we ask that information come through that is needed to be heard. And we thank you for coming into our energy field. The interesting thing, so initially, so I'm going to kind of explain a little bit of what's coming to me as I'm seeing it. So I immediately, when I heard your voice, I'm starting to see a hospital around you. So, and I'm starting to see like a first aid symbol. So I'm getting information. I feel like you're tied into the medical system. I feel like you could, or you, I feel like there's some, I feel like there's a close connection to you and the medical system. Does that make any sense?
Not really, no.
Okay, so let me tie into this a little. It's interesting. So I'll give you some of the symbols. So I was actually seeing like a nurse's outfit. I'm actually seeing like the first aid sign, that red, almost like that Swiss Army symbol.
Hmm.
Okay.
There's definitely some transition coming up for you in February. So this could be a career change. And obviously this is something that I think a lot of people are dealing with right now. But for you specific, I feel like there's been some transition even before this pandemic had broke out. So I feel like this is starting late 2019. So I don't know whether you're contemplating a career change or starting up some type of like entrepreneurial venture. But I'm seeing that in your energy field, like this entrepreneurial idea. So if this isn't something that you've been contemplating, I absolutely think it's something that you should. There's definitely some opportunities for you. Now, have you been so I feel like there's a lot of healing energy around you. I feel like you are naturally a healer. So I don't know if this is something you already are practicing. So whether this is like Reiki energy you're practicing or some type of reading or psychic energy, but I feel like there's a lot of healing energy that you will have to offer and that can be developed. So does that make any sense?
That I offer healing?
No, I feel like there's a lot of healing energy in you and around you. So I feel like or is this something you're looking to pursue? Are you looking into like Reiki energy or healing or something in the medical field?
Yes.
There is. Okay. So I
Yeah.
think that's why I'm seeing those symbols. See, we're still connecting. We're still building the energy gap. I think my coffee is still kicking in a little bit. So I'm seeing these symbols and energy around you. So let me go into this a little bit more. So now, are you doing nursing study or medical study? And this may not particularly be you working one-on-one with patients. This may be you studying even administration, coordinating someone in the medical field. I'm seeing a lot of ties to you in the medical field. Now, what can you follow up with any of that for me? Is there why am I seeing these medical ties? Why am I seeing this first aid sign? I'm seeing nurses outfits. I'm seeing, scrubs. Does that make any sense to you?
A little, because before COVID hit, I was supposed to go back to school to become a home health aide.
Okay, so that's what we're seeing. Okay, so what Spirit's bringing through now? So that's why I said, now would that make sense of what I was saying, like late 2019? Is this something where you were about to embark on this?
Yes, correct.
Okay, and kind of COVID had disrupted this. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So I feel like Spirit's bringing this through almost to, I feel like they want me to tell you, don't put this to the side, still pursue this. This is very important for you. I think this can open up many possibilities. I think this can open up I think you can tap into your own healing abilities, and this is going to make you grow tremendously. I think this is going to allow you to help many people around you. So that's something now, has there been contemplation of maybe not doing this?
No, only because of the fact that I've tried, but all the classes are still closed because
Okay. So I feel like the information coming through then is, don't be discouraged by anything that could be temporarily sidetracking this situation. This is absolutely something you need to pursue, and it's absolutely something that will benefit you. I'm getting a male. I feel like there's a male presence around you. I feel like this would come in from your father's side. I don't necessarily feel father energy. I'm seeing an F. I'm seeing a male. I feel like this is a male presence with an F initial. I'm seeing the F. So I don't know if this is a Fred or a Frank. Is there an uncle, or is there a male energy from your father's side with an F name that would be around you that had, I would say, passed within the past? I would say we're looking at like a 3-year. I feel like they're showing me 2017, 2018.
No.
Okay, just keep that to the side. I don't know why this male energy is coming. Does a male energy with the letter F, does that make any sense?
No, and I'm thinking about it too.
All right, just put that on the side burner. I want you to just, I feel like I'm getting a Fred or a Frank. I feel like there is a Fred or a Frank that's around you. Why I'm getting that F male presence, I'm not sure at this point. We're going to put that to the side. I don't want to spend too much time on it if you're not identifying with it right away.
That's funny you say that, because yesterday I was also at the cemetery, and we have private family mausoleum, and I was there yesterday, and I don't have any relatives with an F.
Not sure why they're bringing that through. So I would say, let's just put that on the side burner. And I would just keep that name in mind, Fred or Frank, male energy. And I feel like this is coming from your father's side. Now, your father's parents are still present. Is that correct? Father is still present. He's still with us.
No.
He isn't with us. Okay. That's the energy I'm feeling.
No, neither parent is with me.
I'm sorry, what is that?
Neither parent is with me.
Okay. I don't know why the F is still sitting with us, though. It's really, so just put that name to the side, Fred or a Frank. And I feel like this could have been an uncle. And I feel like this is coming through on your father's side. Not sure what information is sitting with this, but like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on this. There's also, sometimes names will pop in. I'm also seeing a female name I'm seeing an A. I'm seeing an Ann or an Annabelle. Does an Ann or an Annabelle make any sense?
Yes.
Okay. Annabelle, is it Annabella? Is there a name and she was called Ann, or there was she had a shortened name or a nickname around that?
There's an Ann.
Nan.
There's actually 2 Anns.
Okay.
Actually 3 Anns.
Would there be an Ann and an Annabella? Would there be 2 Okay, so if there was there a separate Ann and an Annabella?
There is an Anne and an Annie.
Okay, Anne and Annie. I feel like the one that's coming through is talking about her nickname. Like she wasn't, so Annie, it could be Annie. Now this is this mother and grandmother? Are these two energies? Was mom named after grandma?
Mom, grandma, and sister.
Are all Anne? No, I mean mom and grandma are Anne and Annie?
And my sister.
Okay, all right. So that's why I'm seeing. Okay, it's funny. So I don't like asking a lot of questions, and as a medium, we should be giving the information. But to clarify certain things, when I'm getting an A, an Anne, an Annabelle, I'm getting all these different names. I just like to clarify. So they are coming through, and I feel like it's that energy that's really they're with you, and I feel like they're guiding you in this transition. I feel like they're showing me. I want to say February is going to be a big month for you. I feel like there's going to be some openings as far as like maybe classes or this next step you're going to take. There's some kind of opportunity that's going to be coming. And I see this a little later in the month. I feel like I'm seeing the February 18th or 19th. And they keep coming in. They're like, we want her to know we're around her. I feel like you've been asking and you've been praying and asking for some guidance around this. And I really feel like what they're trying to convey to me is they want you to know they are around you. And I almost feel like side by side, they're kind of almost like you have two little angels. And they're speaking about, was there some kind of silk or like a silk or a net scarf? Is there something like a headband? I feel like they're showing me some kind of, I feel like it's a scarf, like a piece of clothing that may have belonged to one of them that you had just put on or tried on. It's like a silk scarf or some kind of net type scarf. Does that make any sense? They're showing me this, or a shawl, some type of shawl.
No.
Then I would look for are there still like items of theirs that haven't been gone through? Is there like old, I don't want to say old suitcases, but are there, old boxes or different things that still haven't been gone through, that there's quite a few items of theirs? I would say this is mom and grandmom.
No.
Interesting. I don't know why they're showing me that. A lot of times when I see like pieces of clothing or a piece of jewelry, I feel like there's, it's something that you're going to come across. I don't know. There's going to be a moment. So I would say if you can write this down, I don't know what kind of indication that this has towards you and what's going on, but they're showing me some kind of white shawl or a silk kind of scarf. So I don't know whether this is going to be a gift that you're getting from the holidays, and I don't want to spoil a gift, but they're showing them around you when you try this on. So I would say just put this to the side, and just if there's a moment where you're trying on this shawl, you come across it, it's a gift, know that their presence is going to be with you at this moment. But I feel like they're really trying to convey they are with you. Have you been asking for guidance? Has there been times where, mom, grandma, Annie, or just give me the answer on this. Let me know that you're with me. I feel like they're like, she's tapped into our energy, but not completely understanding the signs and signals that they're trying to give you.
Okay.
I feel like they're also showing me, I'm also seeing like a small, I feel like they're showing me a small jewelry box with like a ballerina or some kind of musical box. That was a musical box received from one of them for you or a family member that you're aware of?
Yes.
There is.
Yes.
Okay. So what?
Was
Now,
that
is this you? I'm sorry. What's that?
I was in it yesterday.
Okay. So that's why they're showing me this. They want you to know. I would say you were looking in this and you were thinking about them and reminiscing, and they want you to know that they were present. So I feel like this was a very, I don't know why they're showing me this, but they're saying I feel like this was a somber moment for you, and there was a little sadness, and they're telling me don't be sad. Understand that they're with you, and they want you to know their presence is going to help guide you. and it will absolutely help uplift you in any of those dark times that you may be going through. And they want you to know that they are aware of you, aware of your presence, and they want to connect. And they really want me to assure you that they are around you, and they are guiding you.
Well, it's funny you say that because the box is silk lined. You said something about a scarf and white, and the box is lined with an ivory color silk.
Oh, all right. So that's where the silk. All right, I was seeing it around you, but sometimes they give me a vision to just know that's the material or that's the silk. Okay, so the white silk and the jewelry and the musical jewelry box. Okay, so that's what they're talking about. And I mean, that was that handed down? Was that like grandmas to moms to you? Is this a family heirloom?
Yes, great grandmothers.
Okay, all right. So they're I think they just want to acknowledge that their energy is still kind of tied to that. And what you'll find is when people leave the physical, sometimes if you have a piece of their jewelry or a piece of their clothing or something, if they had a journal that they were very deeply into and wrote it in a lot, you can still, if you're having a hard time connecting to their energy, I think the best thing you can do is sit with that piece of, clothing or jewelry box, whatever it may be, and really just think about those moments you had with them. Think about those joyous moments, those times where, maybe you were going through a difficult situation and you were just thinking about them and it really brought a lot of joy and peace to you. And that's the first step of connecting to their energy. So if there's a lot of doubt in whether they were around you or whether they're connecting to you, which I think there was, I think they wouldn't be bringing this through so clear if you didn't, I almost feel like you were saying, why can't I hear you? Or why, give me this message or confirm this for me. And I think they are just basically telling me to tell you to kind of slow down, breathe, and just tap into their energy. And that music box is probably one of the best things that their residual energy will open and bring awareness to you. So I absolutely would like to see you meditating, or even not even a deep meditation, but if you're wondering, you have conflicting stuff going on, sit with that jewelry box and literally just close your eyes, think about moments you had with them, and they will start connecting. And I think whether you may start to get visions, you may start to see symbols, don't discredit any of that. And whether you have your phone next to you and you can record really quick what information was coming through, or you can write it down, then sit with it. Because a lot of times when this information comes through, it comes through so quick that if we don't address it and write it down or just record it or make some kind of note, some kind of note that's aside from our mental note that we can go back to, sometimes we forget it. And that it's so important to just understand that they're with us, they're guiding us. And that's so important these days with everything that's going on. And, many people are struggling to stay positive. It's really a gift that you have this from them. And I really feel like they want you to know they are with you. And through this musical box, that's going to be the first step of connecting and tapping into their energy. Is there anything specific you'd like me to try to ask them, or something you may be going through that I can try to give some insight or some information?
Well, I lost my sister Annie, and before she passed away, because we lost my mother as well, and we always said we'd give each other a sign. When Mom passed away, if anything ever happened to us, we'd give each other a sign, and I'm still waiting for a sign from my sister Annie.
Okay, well, the A's, I can tell you for sure they're together. So grandma, mom, and sister, they're together. I feel like your grandmother and your mother's energy is more established over there. So I feel like maybe that's why I'm getting information more so from them, but they're absolutely relaying that they are there. I feel like they're telling me your sister's at peace. She's at peace. And I feel like she's almost on a mission over there to grow and learn. So I feel like for her, I feel like there may be a little more time before she comes through as much as your grandmother and your mother are coming through. I feel like sometimes when they cross over, there's times where there's an immediate connection. It's almost simultaneously as they pass, you can connect. And I think for others, I think they're sorting it out on the other side, and then they come back around. So, especially if someone dies suddenly, or in a car accident or something that's very quick and was very unexpected, I think that the transition process can take a little bit longer than someone it's been they were here in the physical, someone that's been sick for a little while, has dealt with an illness. I feel like the transition for them to come back can be a little quicker. So I don't know if that makes sense to you, if this was more of a sudden passing, but I think that may explain why maybe the connection with her isn't as strong as the connection to mom and grandma. But know that their presence is around you.
Well,
interesting. Okay.
My sister committed suicide and my mother was murdered.
Okay. So that's why they're telling me she is at peace. And understand, when they tell me she's at peace, then, and that's what it is. I think there's, for her, there's some lessons in growing and things she wants to deal with before she comes back to help guide. And that's a very, very integral, important part, I think, in the spirit world. Not only are they coming back to help us, but when they transition into spirit, a lot of times they have their own journey that, they're trying to make sense of. And I think it takes some time for them to figure it out before they come back. And others, just immediately can come back, or they just find an easier passage because of the way they transitioned. But your sister, absolutely, I find more peace on the other side. I feel like they're showing me, don't allow her passing to create as much sadness there is around this. Know that she's a healthier energy on the other side. Whatever was going on here, it's worked itself out. And on the other side, I think she's going to grow into a very passionate spiritual being that can come back and can absolutely help many people in the family. I feel like there's a small child was there a small child left in the living that was one of, did she have a child? I feel like there's a female. Was there a daughter? Was there a daughter that's still here in the physical?
Yes. When my mom passed away, I have a sister. She was 3 when my mother was murdered. And she's now 30.
Okay. So they're acknowledging her, and I feel like they're saying, they really want you to help guide her. I feel like you can be a positive role model. So now I don't know if she's going through, a lot of personal matters that she's trying to straighten out and she's struggling with. But if that's, I feel like that's what's going on. That's what they're showing me. So does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what they're showing me is the connection. Now, I don't want to say you're more open to their energy, because that's not the case. But I feel like as of right now, whatever's going on with her, it's much harder for them to connect with that kind of it's like a discombobulated energy. Our energy field can be a little chaotic, and when we're dealing with all those swirling emotions, our energy field in that chaotic state doesn't allow our vibration to raise to the point where we need to be to really connect and open. So what they will try to do is find someone near and dear to that person that could be a positive influence that they're able to connect to easier, So I feel like mom and grandma, I feel like I'm going to call them the A team because they're coming through. They're very powerful. I mean, I feel like they have this combined energy, and they can really, really help you shift negative energies that are going on in the family. So I feel like you're going to be the segue between the spirit worlds and your sister. And I feel like that's very integral through this holiday season, that whether you haven't connected or haven't connected on a level that you felt you needed to, they're absolutely telling me, please connect and please help guide her, because in doing that, you will also find that healing power that you have and that's been gifted to you, that you really need to share, grow, and this is going to help transition into this new, I feel like it's this new stage in life that you're going to be on your way to going to.
I'm actually laughing right now and smiling because my father's name was Anthony, my mom's name is Anne, my sister's name is Anne, and my name is Alex. And
Okay.
So that's always called each other the A team.
You did? Okay. So, I think that's the most important thing right now. And me as a medium, it's so important to let people know and let whoever's sitting know that, the spirit carries on, there is life after death, and they just want you to know, they are around you, and they want to help guide, and they want to help bring positivity into the whole family structure. And I think this is the first step. And this is, I feel like this is an awakening for you, and you need to go wholeheartedly into this. And I would say every day you should sit with that box, sit with the jewelry box, and just try to get information, have it come through. And no matter how crazy it is, I mean, if they tell you, here, we want you to go pick up, chocolate ice cream with, rainbow sprinkles, and just give her a cone and say, here, this is from mom and grandma. And they want us to just laugh, and they want us to reminisce about this particular holiday moment. I feel like there's some holiday traditions that no one has kind of done. I don't know whether this is taking out a certain decoration, a tree, a wreath. I feel like there's some kind of holiday tradition that hasn't been celebrated, or hasn't been celebrated to the extent that it should be, that they're really saying, come on, just let's all come together and let's uplift our spirits together and celebrate. And they really, really want to help uplift your whole family structure.
Thank you for joining us, Alex. We're going to have to go now. I appreciate you calling in, and I hope that Michael gave you some information that you needed. And I'm gonna turn the call off now. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Mary.
Okay.
Thank you, and I'd like to thank Spirit for coming in and connecting us. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow. It's amazing. I didn't want to interrupt, and I didn't know how long the process takes. And it was very intense.
It's always different. And like initially, it starts a little slow, but the more we connect into the energy, the more opens up from it. And that's why, sometimes information just starts coming through right away. Sometimes it takes a few minutes. But, when it's so important for the sitter to hear that message of whatever they're going through, look, spirit is always going to answer that call. And it's so important for everyone to just work with this, tap into it, and understand that they're here to guide us. They're here to help uplift us. And, in these trying times, this pandemic and everything that we're going through, it's so important now more than ever that we tap into this energy and we use it for our own good.
I could sense and I could see you how intense that was. And I lined up another caller. I don't know if you feel like you want to do another reading.
Yeah. I mean, we can go.
It's got to be it's got to be shorter though, because the show, we're past the time. But what the information that you were giving her was so important. I could tell, and you were accurate. You were accurate. That was amazing.
Yeah, I've
never been present for anything like that. Never. I felt like I didn't belong. I shouldn't be here right now. before the next caller comes, I wanted to ask you, your spiritual center that you're at right now, how is that going with the COVID? Are you doing one-on-ones? Are you still doing workshops? Are you doing Zoom workshops? Tell me what you're doing?
Yeah, unfortunately with COVID, a lot of the live in-person classes and workshops have kind of been shut down, and everyone with the social distancing and everything that has to happen, it's not the best environment for everyone to be sitting with masks and kind of stressed out from what's going on. So what we're finding is Zoom online. It's working good. I've been doing a lot of one-on-one. I've actually been working with a lot of my clients that are entrepreneurs and business owners. I've been trying to help them navigate this water, and me being an entrepreneur and owning brick and mortar businesses, I think I can give a lot of insight to that, and I can help with the struggle. But yeah, I think everyone, whether someone's going through financial uncertainty right now, or we're going through just emotional, personal, physical uncertainty, everyone's dealing with this in a different way. And I think everyone is dealing with this to some extreme or another. And it's just so important for us to have this connection and just tap into this spirit energy. So I'm doing everything I can. And kind of this is getting back into it. I've been doing a lot of one-on-one and a lot of personal clients and like this, on a Zoom call or online. And understand when spirit comes through, we don't have to be in the same room. I mean, it could be a phone call. It can, as long as we tap into the energy, that's the big thing is hearing the person's voice and really connecting to the energy, because that's what it is. It's an energy connection, and it happens many different ways, but you don't need to be in person to do it. And just like we're doing now, it can still be as effective and can still have the same positive, uplifting benefits doing it by Zoom call. So yes, I'm kind of dragging out the answer, but we haven't been able to do a lot of in-person stuff. That's why I wanted to come out to the center today. I was meditating here for a little while this morning, and I just wanted to kind of get into this energy again. It's such a great energy. This is one of our larger meditation rooms. Wow. And I kind of wanted to just kind of get the energy flowing again. And hopefully into 21, we're going to be able to get all the live classes and everything back in order and going again.
Michael, have you received any information or been given any messages related to when this is all going to kind of move on? I mean, I have my own ideas and thoughts about it. Do you have you received any I'm talking about just all this upheaval?
That's what I try to tell people, is stay as sane as you can in this insanity. There really is a lot of chaotic energy. But in this chaotic energy, there is going to be a lot of opportunities. We just have to slow down, and we have to be very present to navigate them. See, that one of the biggest problems I'm seeing is many people through this pandemic, we're very caught in the past, or we're very caught in the future. We're not being very present. And it's so important to be present in the moment, because that's where a lot of the opportunities are going to present themselves. And if we're so caught up in what's going on, we're going to miss a lot of these opportunities. But yeah, there is a lot of chaos that I think we're still going to be dealing with into the early stages of 21. You hear the pros and cons of the vaccinations, and we're holistic. The holistic networks. A lot of people are anti-vax. A lot of people are pro-vax. So I think whatever your personal ideals are and what your beliefs are, you have to kind of follow that. I think we have to really, really step into our own energy field, and we have to see what's really going to work for us. If we're tapped into the news, and we're tapped into, the presidential race, and we're tapped into just all this chaos that's going on right now, it's gonna throw our energy field out of whack. So what I feel is you have to kind of reset yourself and tune out to a lot of the news. I mean, I don't even have TV in my house now. I basically on my phone. It's
That's
funny.
You're on your phone right now. You don't even have a computer at your
phone. I don't. And let me tell you,
no technology for Michael.
It's good. I have technology in my businesses, and I have my computer.
Well, I meant
right there. But in my house, I don't even have Wi-Fi. And I'll tell you.
Here we go. I have another caller.
Okay.
So here we go. This is Michael. We're running out of time, so this is not going to be a real long reading. I hope you understand that. This is Michelle. Michael, meet Michelle.
Hello,
Can you
Michelle.
hear each other?
Hi.
Michelle, if you can just say your name for me, and I can tap into the energy.
Sure. Michelle the Dreamer.
So Michelle, I'm going to take you through a little bit of what I'm seeing, what's coming through. What's interesting is I feel like I have I don't know if this is two separate male energies or one male energy that had two things in their life they did. I'm almost seeing this like a mailman's outfit, and I'm also seeing a fireman's outfit. So I'm seeing, I feel like there was a male energy tied to you. I feel like this energy is a little bit young. I feel like this person wouldn't have been older I feel like this is in the 40. I feel like this is like kind of a middle age person when they had passed. Does that make sense? The mailman or the fireman?
Mailman or fireman? No, not that was close to me.
Okay. I'm getting sometimes I'm getting that vision of those outfits. Now, so let's just put if that's not making sense, we'll just kind of put that to the side a little bit. They're also showing me January in the early stages of January. I feel like there's a milestone, a life event coming up for. I feel like this is either you or someone very close to you. This could be significant other, but there's a significant life event. So whether this is a birthday, an anniversary, something in early January. Does that make sense?
Yeah, actually, I am moving into a new apartment on January 1st.
Okay. So
that's relevant, yeah.
So the interesting thing, I think today's readings, I think Spirit is really coming through to help the listeners in a transition. So this is again another transitional phase. It's definitely a positive thing that you're doing this transition. What I feel like this is something that there was a lot of uncertainty around initially. Is that correct? This is something that you weren't fully sure of. This is something I think there was still some doubt, and I think there still may be some doubt around this with you.
About what decision?
About moving. Is there doubt or transition that in this transition, or you're moving, or something's not gonna work with a lease, or is there something around this that you still have doubt about, or maybe are you moving in? Is there a significant other that you're making the commitment to move in together? I don't feel like there's a. Are you engaged? Is there a fiance and not a husband yet, or a significant other, or?
My sister and I are moving in together.
Okay, so that's why I was seeing it not like husband. Okay, because I'm now correct. You're not now. There isn't a significant other in the Is there a relationship? A significant other? There's a.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I have a boyfriend, but he's not going to be living with me.
Okay, so what was there? Okay, so I feel like was there a problem with you two? What did he want to move in with you, or you get a place together, or was there some talk about that and you just felt it right now the best opportunity or the best option, whether it's a financial thing, getting your stuff together, whatever this may be? Was there a situation where you chose to move in with your sister over moving in with your significant other?
I would say there wasn't a conversation on his part.
No, not on his part. I'm saying internally with you.
But we didn't discuss that we were ever really going to move in together. But I'm sure that's something that comes along with the territory eventually.
Well, I just feel like there's weird. I feel like they're showing me there was a potential, like a potential doubt in regard to you not moving in with him. So I don't, but they're showing me this is the right decision. So I think this is also going to open up now. Moving into the new location. Are there also new opportunities? Oh, wow. I feel like there's a lot of transition around you too. I feel like could be some career transition. There could be some different things around this move. Does that make sense?
Around just me or around me and someone else?
No. I feel like they're not, this move, I feel like is also could be transitioning you to a new job opportunity.
I can see that, but I haven't really had an opportunity yet.
Okay, so what I would say, just in this transition, now this is early January that you're moving in.
She's gone. I guess we got disconnected. Oh, here she's back.
All right, well, I'll just keep going. I'll go a little bit.
Okay, we're gonna have to wrap it up in about 1 minute.
Not a problem. So what's coming through in this transition to the new place? They're just showing me paperwork. So I just want you to be very, very in tune with the lease you're signing, with the paperwork that's coming up. Make sure you read everything. Make sure from a legal standpoint, someone else reads this over for you, whether this is an attorney. I don't know whether this is something you've been contemplating, or do you need it? Do you not need it? But I just feel like you need to be very cautious around paperwork in this transition in the early January. So just be in tune to what you're signing and just make sure exactly what you're signing. You're dotting the I's, you're crossing the T's, and you're very aware of what you're going into. So that's basically it. Just be very, not that this is a bad thing, but just understand completely what you're signing. So that's a message that's really coming through. Just in this transition, be very in tune to the paperwork that you're going to be dealing with.
Okay, perfect. Today I'm signing my lease, so thanks for the advice.
Absolutely. And if you ever want to connect on to get into another reading, you can always reach out to me at michaeledley.com or the New Jersey Spiritual Center, and we could try to get more into this.
I'm sorry, Michelle. It just went over in the other reading. But I appreciate you calling, and I will text you over all of Michael's information.
Okay, perfect. This was awesome. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good luck with that lease today.
All right. Thank you so much, guys.
Okay.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Oh, did she say the lease is being signed today? I
didn't catch that. Yeah. You didn't hear that part. It's hard.
All right.
Look, this is a weird connection, Michael, because I have my phone propped up here, and you're trying to hear through the computer, so it's not ideal. Okay. I apologize for that.
No, not a problem. That confirms. No, that confirms that information was absolutely integral for her.
What's going on right now? Well, like you said, the moment. So this was the moment. I'm so appreciative. I hope you come back. I realize now I would never schedule 2 readings on one show. It's just too complicated, and it's a lot taking out of you. Michael can be reached at his website, michaeledley.com, which I have on the post. He has an Instagram, Michael Edley, a Facebook, Michael Edley, a Twitter, Michael Edley1, right?
Yes.
And also you have a Facebook New Jersey Spiritual Center, which is also on the post.
Yes, and the cool thing with the New Jersey Spiritual Center page is we're going to be doing weekly messages are going to be coming through. I'm going to be doing some online workshops, some classes, and a lot of this stuff is going to be free. And we're just trying to help people work through this, this uncertain time.
Yeah. Thank you so much. You know what? You help bring positivity and light during these chaotic times to everyone. And I feel your presence is so strong and supportive and positive and good. So thank you for that. And I'll text you afterwards. I really appreciate you coming on today.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's been my pleasure. And just like I'm a being of light, you too. We're both bringing much positivity in this world.
I'm trying.
And it's a great thing. And God bless you and what you're doing.
Oh, thanks. I'm trying. I'm just trying to bring light and show, other things that are going on in the world to everyone. That's why I'm doing this. I'm hosting, and what benefits. There's a lot of benefits to what we both do. Enjoy the cold weather today.
Absolutely.
And maybe some snow outside. I haven't looked.
Well, thanks for having me. It's been a great morning.
Okay, bye. Have a wonderful day. I've never been present for someone else's reading. I felt like it was private. Okay, I just want to catch up quick. I know we're way past our time, but before I go, this is super important. I really want to say a Buddhist prayer. There's a lot going on right now, and it can bring up a lot of negative energy, and emotions in people and moods, anger, pain, sadness, and fear. And so one way to kind of help yourself get out of that is to forgive others. So let's focus on the meaning of this Buddhist prayer right now. It's a Buddhist prayer forgiveness. If I have harmed anyone in any way, either knowingly or unknowingly through my own confusion, I ask their forgiveness. If anyone has harmed me in any way, either knowingly or unknowingly through their own confusion, I forgive them. And if there is a situation I'm not ready to forgive, I forgive myself for that. For all the ways that I harm myself, negate, doubt, belittle myself, judge, or be unkind to myself through my own confusions, I forgive myself. Okay, I just want to quickly do the gemstone today. Okay, so today's gemstone is the clear crystal quartz, and it's considered the master healer. I have tons of these. It's said to amplify energy by absorbing, storing, releasing, and regulating it. It also is said to aid concentration and memory. Physically clear crystals are claimed to help stimulate the immune system and balance out your entire body. Quartz enhances spiritual growth, spirituality, and wisdom. Okay, so upcoming shows. I just want to say I have some really amazing guests coming, and I've already had so many fantastic and fascinating guests. We have coming up next week, we have, oh, my mind's going. We have, so sorry about that. We have Lane, and she is a dream interpreter, and she's the founder of the Dream Interpreter Center. That's the 16th. The 23rd, we have Joan Chiara, and she's a psychic medium. And December 30th, we have Rick Relez, and he's a Bigfoot investigator. He is also a hunter for Sasquatch. So thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. Please like my Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter page. Follow me. You can reach me at my website, maryamyofficial.com. Let's construct only positive thoughts, words, and actions. I really appreciate you joining me today, and have a wonderful day. I'm sending love and light, and you can inbox me or message me if you want to ask any questions for next week's show. Okay, take care. Bye.